Good morning. So, welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. I almost forgot what to say. Yeah, sit on the floor at some stage during the day and do a task. I remember one of the classes, I think it was the Friday morning class, we decided as a community, as a group of people, that anytime we texted people, that we would sit down into a squat or be slightly uncomfortable. Because if you get comfortable while you're texting or something, you can just stay there. So yeah, it was really amazing. I remember like months later, somebody coming back and saying that every time they were on the phone, they still went down and squatted. Also, washing dishes on one foot is so hard. Oh my God, I didn't know where to put my foot. I ended up standing on the other foot eventually. And because when my foot was out to the side, it banged into the cupboards. And so, yeah, that was really interesting. So, how are you getting on with these little tasks? I parked way away in the supermarket last night. Yeah, I'm liking incorporating a thought of bringing more movement into my daily life. Small and tiny little incremental changes where I get to be in my body and enjoy being alive and being well. Um, so today, standing flow. So we're going to start in child's pose and then move up into a sun salutation-y child's pose. There is a moment where we're on knees. So if you're minding your knees, sit on the chair for that bit. And so come. I have everything. So coming into your child's pose, just resting in. You're just checking in with yourself. How is this moment in your body? What do you feel? Can you just get a word or a phrase in the deep of you that articulates or encapsulates, or just what's the handle or the felt sense of this moment in your body? Nice. So bring both hands to the floor. And so later on in the class, we're going to do a coordination, but it's like weird a coordination. So just start now by coordinating your ribs from side to side. So this movement here will happen later on, but we'll be really confused by it because it's not it's not going to be straightforward, okay? So just feel that leaning from side to side. And then bring your right hand forward, drop your head down so your arm is beside your ear, and do the same movement again. So I'm coordinating with my right arm forward, and my ear and my upper arm are staying glued together. Now just imagine if you glued your arm to your ear. Oh my God. When I was a child, I love super glue. I love super glue. Super glue and duct tape are two things I just think are amazing. So one more time, wiggle, and then we'll try the other side. So duct tape, super glue 3. And so I would always, like, for years when anything broke, I would put it back together. I just loved all the intricate pieces. But as a result, I glued my fingers together. I glued my fingers to tables. I chewed super glue off my fingertips for years. So yes, I have a strange knowing of how to glue your ear to your arm. Great, and then just the normal cat. Rounding your back and arching your back. Rounding your back, arching your back. Rounding your back, arching. Nice, one more time. Rounding your back and arching. Nice. So come into your downward dog and to coordinate here. So it's different because your arms are different, but just feel
How do you do it? It's kind of like, it's not a very satisfying movement coordination now, but if I drop my hips, then it's a little bit more satisfying. So just drop your hips rather than coordinating, swing your hips from side to side, and we'll get the coordination feeling, but it's coming from a different source, a different type of movement. How interesting. Nice. Drop down, rest into a child's pose. All the way down. Pause. Breathing into the back of the ribs, the sides of the ribs, sides of your armpits, deep of your belly. Nice. Super. So come all the way up. Come stand at the front of your mat. Standing tall, feel your body. Actually, we'll do it here. So reach both arms up towards the ceiling and then just lean your rib cage from side to side. Or another way of saying that is bring your hands from side to side. But let the focus be on your rib cage traveling. That I'm pushing, rather than it being the hands traveling, I'm trying to push my rib cage one way and then push the rib cage the other. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Which is moving first? Is it your ribs or your hands? Maybe you can lengthen down into the sides of your waist. Nice. And then just pause. Breathe into it. Nice. Other side. Lean. Draw your ribs in that direction. Breathe into it. Nice. Come back to center. So bring your feet slightly further apart. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and reach or lean your rib cage towards the right. So have that same feeling again of your ribs traveling to the right, and then reach higher and see if your left foot floats off the floor. So I'm really leaning into my right rib cage as I reach really strongly up towards the ceiling. And feel how when you connect deeply into the right side, things are much more stable. You're creating a really strong line upwards. Nice. Other way. I'm holding on to my rib cage. It gives me more sensory feedback. So reach your left hand up. All your weight is in your left foot. And I'm leaning my ribs towards the left. And my foot will float. There's a sense of really feel that as come back to center and just have your toe floating. As you lean your rib, your foot will float. Wow, how cool that connection is. Oh, that's amazing. Nice. Pause. Reaching, breathing, rising. Nice. Come back to center. Cool. Front of your mat. Pause. Wow, sides of your ribs are amazing, aren't they? Cool. Reach your arms wide. Bring your palms together, reaching up, looking up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Come all the way forward. Hands to the floor. Forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. We'll do one pure sun salutation. And then we'll move on. Step back with your plank. Pause. Knees to the floor. Belly to the floor. Lengthen through your toes. Lift your feet. Rise through your spine. Reach your arms back. And as you reach back, let that be a lever to open your chest. Nice. Hands to the floor. Drop your head. Push back into a cat. Push back into a downward dog. creating length. Nice. Reach your right foot up towards the ceiling. And then step your right foot forward. So you can either drop your knees to the floor and step your foot forward, or you can keep your leg straight and swing it forward through your feet. Legs, hands. Step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Nice, other side. There's a cattle shed just down the road, and I can see in the kind of the perspex down the side of the cattle shed, I can see the reflection of an incredible sunrise. So cool. So reach your arms wide, reaching up, looking up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, coming down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor, step your left foot back. Pause. Step your right foot back. Pause. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Nice. Rising up through the spine, reach your arms backwards. Squeezing my bum, my toes have lifted, and I'm trying to lift my feet and my head as high as feels comfortable, feels like I'm able. Nice. Hands to the floor, push back. Push back, downward dog. Lengthen your left foot up towards the ceiling. So you have the option of just swinging your foot forward from here, or drop your knees to the floor, step your foot forward. Lengthen your back leg. Step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Nice. So we're going to start shaking it up a bit. We're going to change it up. So we're going to start with swan. So reach your arms wide, reaching up towards the ceiling. Palms come together. And then turn your palms forward, tuck your chin in, and draw your elbows down in goalpost. So I'm pulling my elbows down into goalpost, and I'm lifting my chest deeply. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling and round like you're going to dive into a swimming pool. And then we'll do it again. Bend your elbows, lift your chest, leaning into the front. Lift your arms round your back. Arching swan. Diving. One more time. Arching swan. Diving. Super cool. Stand with your arms up towards the ceiling. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Come all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Pause there. Deeply draw your forehead towards your knees. Really let your head be heavy. Tuck your chin in a little bit more, maybe lengthen into the backs of your legs. Nice. Step your right foot back. Lunge. Step your left foot back. Plank. Bring both knees to the floor for just a moment. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your right knee forward so it's underneath your hip. Okay? And then walk your right foot or turn your right foot so it's off your mat. So now my right foot is pointing a little bit towards the right. And then lengthen your left leg and pull your left elbow up towards the ceiling, straight up towards the ceiling, and then long beside your ear. So now I'm really long on the left side, and my right knee is on the floor, my right hand is on the floor. So this is the moment of this weird coordination. So drop your head down a little bit more, and then lift your head up a little bit. So as you do that, Feel how your rib cage is moving. And then drop your head down, reach through your arms, stretch into that left leg, and find a place that feels really connected and long through the whole left side of your body. You can, if you want, lift your toe off the floor or keep the baby toe side down. Nice. Turn towards the floor. Bring both knees underneath your hips, rounding your back, arching your back, rounding your back, arching your back. Nice. So step the right foot forward between your two hands. Lengthen your back leg. Turn the back foot at a 45-degree angle and then bring your right elbow to your right knee. Turn your chest, reach the left hand up towards the ceiling and bring your left arm long to your ear. And try that same movement again. So I'm dropping my head down and I'm lifting my head up. Or another way is lift your ribs up towards the ceiling and then let them drop. Nice. And then find a place where you bend your right knee a little bit more and then connect from the baby toe side into the fingers. You can reach your left hand straight up towards the ceiling, or you can have it long beside your ear. See what feels right now. Your arm has been beside your ear for a long time. Sometimes that can start to fatigue a muscle. Don't feel like your muscle is fatiguing. Change the position. Always change. There's so many options of directions. Never wear out one place. Nice. Sweep the left hand down, bring it to your hip, and then rise with your right hand up towards the ceiling, reaching up, looking up. And that leaning into your rib cage is happening here. Actually, just stretch your left arm down so you're reaching towards the left knee. Lean your rib cage towards the right as you reach upwards. Nice. Come all the way down, both hands to the floor. Step back into your plank. Drop your knees to the floor. Bring your left knee so it's underneath your hip. Turn your left foot so it's off your mat. Stretch your right leg and pull the right elbow up towards the ceiling and then long beside your ear. So now I've got really long right side and my left side is supporting me. From here, lift your ribs, drop. Another way, drop your head. And your head is connected to your spine. So what we're doing is S-bending the spine, side bending the spine. Remember, you can change the position of your arm. Maybe bring your arm straight up towards the ceiling and see how you shift your rib cage from side to side here. Nice. Now long beside your ear, find that place of connection. Remember, don't burn out any muscle. Change the angle of your arm if it feels like, oh, that place is getting fatigued. And then connect. Lengthen. Super. Turn towards the floor, both hands to the floor. Pause. Bring your left foot forward between your two hands. Lengthen your back leg. Turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. Reach your right hand straight up towards the ceiling. And then bring your arm long beside your ear, or you can keep it straight up towards the ceiling. And try that movement again. Today's class is brought to you by... That's right, this used to be the typewriter feeling. That thing of something sliding left and right in our body. Oh, I remember that. Nice. So pause, long. Maybe reach your arm straight up towards the ceiling. Bend your front knee a little bit more. And then sweep up with the left hand. And lean into the rib cage on the left as you look up and reach up. Nice. Coming down, both hands to the floor. Step back, sit down, stretch your legs out long. And just roll into your ribs again. So this time we're doing a circle. Actually, just start with left to right. And then front to back. And then circles. I've got to work out a way to become brighter. As it gets brighter outside, I get darker, darker. And then roll in the other direction. Super. Come lie on the floor. Wow, really beautiful sunrise. Wow, it's amazing. Soles of your feet together, knees apart. Shimmy your spine so it's long on the floor. Pause. Rest. Imagine your knees are a book. Close both knees over towards the right. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Back to center. And then close over towards the left. Keeping both shoulders on the floor. Back. Nice. Cool. Stay there. Stretch your legs out long or squeeze your knees up onto your chest or stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Just take a moment. Pause. Nice. Very nice. Have a wonderful day. Find a moment in your day where you can sit on the floor doing a task of some kind. Like have a cup of tea, fold your socks, write a letter, peel the potatoes, even just sit a bit lower, as in like, have the bowl on the floor and peel your potatoes down into a bowl. You just challenge your movement patterns, find ways of going, oh yeah, I'd like to try that. It changes when we just hold a position still and not use our arms. It's a different thing than if you're peeling, for example, potatoes. It changes your whole muscular structure and it sends an impulse of balance and connectivity through your body. So the more that you can do tasks in extraordinary positions, like leaning forward, peeling into a bucket on the ground, sitting a little bit lower on a stump of a tree or something, who knows? We change the way we use our bodies. It's very, very cool. I'm loving it. So see you tomorrow for another bright and wonderful spring morning. Yeah, thanks for joining me. It's such a pleasure. Thank you, Sinead, for being there always. You're just wonderful. So great. Bye. Ciao.